What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing on this lovely, what is it, Tuesday night? Tuesday night? What's up, see you scrapping? Oh, you got a birthday coming up on Sunday. That's awesome, man. Happy birthday. Yeah, a Libra. What's up, Christian Turner? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. 82nd guy, what's up, buddy? How's it going? See who else gets in here. We're going live from my back porch this time. I ran I guess it was 150 feet or 120 feet, Cat 5 cable or Cat 6, all the way to the router. So we should have high definition streaming tonight because we're not using Wi-Fi. What's up, Steve? Polar 347. What's up, man? You turned 40 yesterday? Well, congratulations, man. Another October. "59 trips around the sun and still going." Ha! That's awesome, dude. What's up, Shannon? Hey, Shannon, I found the other day, I was going through some boxes with my wife. We were moving. I found that shirt you made for me. I appreciate that. What's up, Joe Bulk? Joseph Valente. Hey, man. I didn't realize it. Thanks for the PayPal, man. I appreciate that. Whoa, what's that noise? I'm streaming on my back porch. I think it was a dog rubbing up against the scratching her back on the table here. You see a little pup? This is Houndtown. Say hello to Houndtown. Say hi to everybody. Don't be shy. This dog is awesome as long as you feed it snacks. She looks and sounds like the little piglets we just got. Hey, come on. There you go. What's up, Gary Henderson? Thanks, man. Canadian Treasure Hunter. What's up, buddy? Man, I haven't seen your channel in a while. I haven't watched anybody's channel in a while. I used to try to keep up with everybody's scrapping channel. At least stop by, check out, see what everybody's doing. I haven't had a chance, man. Things have been so crazy the last like 3 months. Pour the concrete before it's too late. Thanks, Tom. It's actually hopefully we'll be pouring tomorrow morning. It's been raining like every day, so what we're going to do is we're going to get out there early. We're going to knock it out, pour a slab, cover it up, go do some scrapping. What's up, David? Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Shannon. James Sampson, thank you. What's up, Mom? Billy Moad? Sorry if I butchered your name, man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Hi, everyone from Northwest Missouri. Hey, Missouri in the house. What's happening? David Smith. Happy birthday. My granddaughter's birthday today. Kaylee Lopez from Bama. What is that? The Alabama? Joseph, just finished watching today's video, then saw Merchant Metals was doing a live. Then someone commented you're doing a live birthday live. Oh, man. I didn't know he was live. Um I didn't know he did live streams. Huh. Well, I mean, I never want to like go live on someone else's live. That's kind of rude, but I mean, it's the internet. There's thousands of channels. Hey, E-Waste Mike, thank you for the $10 donation, man. I really appreciate it. Happy birthday, buddy. Congrats on the new property and shop. Give that bull a big wet kiss for me. Man, you know what's funny about the bull? We got the new cattle in, and at first it seemed like he was aggravated and he was running them, chasing them. And then he kind of like was over there doing his own thing. When you seen in that video when I was feeding him apples, they had went to the other side of the property and was kind of almost hanging out with the horse. But the next day and ever since that day, he has not left that female side. What do you call her? A cow or heifer? Michelle? Either a cow or heifer, one or the other. He what's the one with the horns? Is that a cow or a heifer? It's a cow. Okay. I'm still getting my terminology right. He's up on her, man. And unfortunately, we don't think she's pregnant because he keeps trying to mount her. And he ain't got no balls, man. He's just a steer. I mean, I'm still going to call him a bull because I'll tell you what, man. I separated him to feed him. And, man, he's not happy. He was not happy me separating him from that female. Normally I'd feed him. He'd go over there and just clear the trough. Now he goes over there, he eats a little bit, then he runs over there and tries to get back with his female, almost like he's leaving a little extra for her. I don't know, but it's very interesting. And before, you'd never see him before 12 o'clock. He'd be back there in the woods. Remember in the videos where you've seen I found his little hideout? He wouldn't come out of there. He'd be laying down. I'd see him laying down sometimes over there, but he wouldn't come out into the fields until after 12, And very rarely would he go up in this front pasture. He ain't left them cows. So I come out here 6:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. He's right next to them cows. They're literally, you can't see it because it's dark, but they're literally right here. They sleep right up under these trees, all of them. And he stays right with them. It's actually funny. And I don't know if he's like, I don't know. I hope he's happy and he's got some friends and they're chilling, But I know the little bull is a little scared of him. I don't know if he's been pushing him around or what, but and then y'all seen we got two little piglets named Scrapette. I call it Scrappy because one just eats all the food, little fatty, and the other one is Chubbette, named after Chubbs, the potbelly pig my wife saw. Huh? The fatty's not the one that eats? Which one is eating all the food? Oh, I can't hear. She's inside. Which one? The fat one? Yeah, one of them is just like, you put food in there, she's on it. She's like pushing the other one out of the way. Anyway, I forget what I was saying, but let me get back to the comments real quick. Thank you, E-Waste Mike. I really do appreciate the $10. It literally helps fund this place and helps me bring you guys all the content. Like a fine wine, we get better with age. David Smith, yes, Alabama. Okay. Tom Bayless, 6-inch deep concrete forklifts and other heavy equipment. Okay, so in the carport, yeah, but the stuff we're going to pour tomorrow is just for a small lawnmower shed. It's a 10 by 12 shed we're going to put up for the hold the lawnmower, temporarily, possibly my four-wheeler, just to clear some stuff up out of the main shop. That's just going to be a 4-inch slab. I used to cut concrete for 10 years, and the majority of the slabs, other than 18 inches to the edges, the thickened edge, the footers, majority of the slab, you'd be surprised of how thin some of that stuff is, and how it didn't. I mean, there might have been little cracks in it, but it didn't just crumble away. 3.5, 4 inches is like the standard for inside a building, as long as your edge is thick, and you have wire mesh or rebar in it, down lower than halfway. It's going to be okay. We're doing like 4-inch thick slabs. The slab over in that shop, I helped the neighbor put a man lift in. Those slabs were only 4-inch, and that scared me because he was dropping them anchors in there in that 4-inch slab and using those car lifts, the 2-post car lifts. That made me nervous, man. Joseph Valente, cool pigs, cool cows and bull. Yeah. I really, me and my wife really love the cattle. I love the animals. I mean, it's going to be an animal farm over here. She's already on the hunt. Like, she was out there with them bulls or the cows, and she's like, "This isn't enough. I want more." We got pigs now. And we might be having some sheep soon. Funding more farm animals and feed. Yeah. Well, what's up, Sliced Rice 72? Happy birthday, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. William Klein's Lost 40 Lodge. What's up, buddy? The bull, like the new young company. Who wouldn't? Oh man, he's got himself a sweet little girlfriend, dude. He don't leave her side. Like, and there's another female too, but the one with the horns, man, he is all over that stuff, man. He follows her around, and he's never, like, literally when I separated him today, he looked at me and was like, like he grunted, like he wasn't happy. I don't want to make him mad because I get in there with them, and he's just so big, and I seen him run across the field one day. I seen him move like really fast, like you would see in a bullfight, on TV. Those bulls are running other bulls and stuff. I seen him move at those speeds, and I mean, it's kind of intimidating, dude. I'm a big dude, but ain't nothing on that bull. I'm just polite. I always talk to him. I'm nice to him. I try to bring him snacks, and I don't want to come between him and his girlfriend. Let's see here. What's up, electronic scrapper? Henry Ron. Dude, I don't even know how to say that. Henry Ron told Tap. Sorry if I butchered your name, dude. I'm slightly retarded. I appreciate it, man. How old am I today? I think I stopped counting when I was like 27, so I'm not sure. Probably halfway through my life. 40 something. I'm in my early 40s. So say that. I'd have to really think about it. 33? Dang, dude, I wish I was 33. What was I doing when I was 33? Let's see. 33. No, I wasn't in jail. Don't listen to her. And 33, I think I had just moved from Broward to Broward to Palm Beach County. And I was heavy in the Transformers at that time, man. I mean, that's back when that's a good question. I don't know. But I was cranking out some copper, I'll tell you that much. I wish I would have started YouTube back then, man. Yeah. I mean, you guys, and especially at the prices right now. What? I mean, when I first started selling number two copper, it was $1.69 a pound or something like that. And I thought I was making good money. And now we're at like over $4 a pound. So, man, if I could have gotten to today's prices at the volume I was doing back then, you want to talk about some big paydays, man. You know how much a 55-gallon drum holds of those coils? Depends on the size and how you get them in there, but anywhere average, I'd say average about 800 pounds, 8 to 900 pounds. And I used to bring in, I don't know, two, sometimes on a good week, I could bring in 3 55-gallon drums. And then all the steel that went along with that. It's crazy. Back then, I was getting 14 cents a pound for the prepared steel. I used to pay all my labor with just the money I got from prepared steel. Hey, Derek, take care of your spider issue. Use a pump up sprayer with peppermint oil mixed in. It won't kill them, but it will cause them to leave the area. Hey, thanks. Because me and Dakota, who's turned out to be a great help. He's coming back tomorrow morning. We're going to pour some concrete. He's a good guy, man. And he's local. Right down the road, man, which I appreciate. And get this. I don't know if I told you guys. He used to live July 4th. He used to live right down the block, literally on this street that I live on, down the block, and knew the family that lived here. And he gave me some insight on everybody else that lives on this street. So it's nice having finding someone local and has, some local knowledge. He's telling me about what's going on around here, and he's been here for a while. So, and old bull and young bull were at the top of the hill looking at the fields, looking at fields full of fine-looking cows. The young bull said, "Let's run down the hill and have our way with one of them." Continued next post. Oh, yeah, I know it does. And the old bull says, "Son, let's walk down and have our way with all of them." What's that in back of you? A pool table? That's an interesting question. So since I've been here, I've never taken the tarp off of that. And actually, this is the most time I've spent in this in the back here. Hold on 1 second.
It all combined.
Hello, can you guys hear me? The fat one is pork chops and the other is bacon. Yeah, I had some names for it. My wife didn't like it. But those are just pets. My wife and I mean, I'll eat some pepperoni here and there, but we really don't eat pork. I never liked pork chops or pork in general, except for bacon and pepperoni. I could do that. But we don't really make that here. We're more beef and chicken. Obviously, we got some cattle. We got one named Dinner. Gonna fatten that boy right up. Henry, happy birthday, Derek. How are you doing tonight? Now then, I'm doing great, man. Had a good day out there. We did a little bit of scrapping. Got rained out. You'll see in a video probably tomorrow. And I got some shelves sorted in the shop, and getting set up for pouring some copper, or sorry, pouring copper, pouring concrete tomorrow, mixing and pouring. We're doing it ourselves. And I've been getting a lot of questions. Oh, why don't you just have a truck come? Okay, because of the situation I'm in, I have nowhere to put my stuff that's like under the carport until I build a little shed. And I'm not going to pay for a truck to come out here one time to do that another time to do this. And the way I'm going to have to do it, I got to kind of move stuff around. It's kind of messed up, but it is what it is. And the one slab, the truck wouldn't even be able to get to it, I don't think. I actually got stuck in my truck down there because of the people that drilled our well. The slurry from the drilling went down that hill, and man, I had to put my truck in 4-wheel just to get out of there. Are you gonna put in some peacock bass in that pond? There is something in that pond. There is fish. So I've noticed there's fish, there's frogs, and turtles. I've seen a couple turtles in there. So it's a lively pond, which is great. And like when it rains, I really don't worry about turning on that pump. But when it's not raining, I'll make sure I turn that pump on, maybe like an hour a day to keep it going. Let's see, the little shed, 4-inch. Yeah, we're doing 4-inch on the little shed. Glad to see you got a better place, bud. Thanks, man. It's a very nice place, and when me and my wife are done with this place, it's going to be like a forever place. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be sustainable, workable, and it's just going to be cool, man. Happy birthday. Big fan, Robert Sanders. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Happy birthday. How are you doing? Oh yeah, sorry. You're gonna put some, yeah. Oh, and also, I appreciate the comments on the troughs. A lot of people said put goldfish in there, which I thought was a great idea, or suckerfish, something that's gonna suck the algae. I really do like that idea. But I only have one question, like, does that need to be aerated? Do I need to aerate that? Or would it be enough to, like, instead of running the pump 15 minutes one time a day, could I run the pump maybe like 3 or 4 minutes a couple times a day? Like maybe I'll schedule, because that thing I can schedule a bunch. I'm kind of figuring out that timer. I can schedule a whole bunch of different times it goes. So maybe it dumps for like 3 minutes every 3 hours or something, or so. I don't know. But I would like to put fish in there. That'd be cool, man. I actually wanted to put like big fish, koi or something in that other pond. I don't know if it'd mess up the what's going on in the pond. Let's see. Mark B, is that a pool table behind you? Yes, it actually is a pool table. I haven't even taken the top off it, so I have no idea what it looks like under there. And at first, I thought it didn't have pool cues out here, but I had my buddy Steve out here the other day helping me with the shelves. I was showing him around, and I kind of just pulled up that corner. And he goes, "Oh yeah, the pool cues are right here. They're like right there in the table." So I don't know if they're any good. If the table's any good, I'll uncover it right now in a second here. Let me catch up on these questions. I'll uncover it and we'll see if it's a good table or not. My question is, are you ever going to cut your beard down again in the future? I'll probably trim it. My wife wants me to trim it, but I'm gonna let it grow long again. Get the cows a big ball to play with. Yeah, I could do that. That seems like cool. Like one of those big yoga things. What's up, Sliced Rice? Make sure you look into sheep before you decide to get them. They can be expensive and difficult, and goats are the same way. Yeah, I mean, my buddy, he's got like 4 sheep he wants to give me. It's not gonna cost us nothing to get them. You weren't joking about Animal Farm just this week. Pigs, cows, and a bull. Yeah. Joseph Ocha, please get fly treatment for the bull. Yeah, we are looking into this stuff that I can like put on their back. I think it's like once a month or something like that. We're not into like harsh chemicals, especially with stuff we're going to eat. So we are looking into ways to manage the flies. We're going to be I actually going to be looking into stuff to put out, like fly traps. Also dragging the field. Someone told me that might help, knocking down the manure, spread it out so it fertilizes the ground. It's not just a big heap the flies are on. I'm 43. Oh, thanks for doxing me, Mom. I didn't know that. I was trying to keep it a secret from myself. Grateful Dead concert. What's up, living off scraps? Mark B. I was into Transformers in the 80s. Dag, dude. I wish I was into Transformers back in the 80s, man. I'd make a kill. I'd probably be retired by now. I just kind of got into it in the last, like I probably had a good 8 years, 10 years, really good steady flow. But the last 5 years is just a steady decline. Previous record, I've been in front of a live AI group. I don't know what that is. Leith. I've been in front of a live AI group. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what you're saying there. Local knowledge helps. Yeah, definitely. Leith, happy birthday. Thank you. I had pork chops tonight. I had homemade chicken, kind of like a chicken parm, homemade sauce. Kevin Dixon, happy birthday. Thank you. Back to the pool table. So is that a pool table? Yeah. Sorry, late to the party. What's up, Bubba? Wheatley. Wheatley. Sorry if I butcher that. Potbelly pigs do not have a good taste. Very greedy little pigs. I don't know. They're just going to be pets, man. Once they get big enough, we'll probably let them out of that thing, and we know they're not going to run. Probably fatten them up to where they're too fat to run. Rebar in your shed concrete. Nah, it's not going to require rebar, but I do have mesh, wire mesh mats that I bought. We'll be putting mesh down, and I will be pouring somewhat of a thickened edge, not much more, maybe like a 6-inch thickened edge, a little thicker on the front where I'm going to be coming in and out. But around the sides, I mean, it's going to be a small little tool shed, not much. The carport, little bit thicker on the thickened edge, and I mean, we're gonna form it up with 2x4s, but maybe I'll dig it out a little bit in the middle. But 4 inches in the middle, you're talking about, I think we got 5,000 psi concrete. So for every square inch, it'll hold 5,000 pounds. And then the thing's gonna be, the biggest thing is gonna be the forklift. It's gonna be spread the weight out. It's gonna be plenty strong enough as long as we let it cure. The front edge is probably going to be thicker, and what I might do, I don't have rebar for that. I just really don't think it's needed. I'll thicken the edge, and then what I'll do is I'll bend the mesh like this, so it has somewhat structure down in the thickened edge. That'll be all right for now. But when I pour like the slab for my shop, that's going to have rebar in it. We're gonna make that a thick slab for all the weight, all the machines. We want to put some big machines in there, so we're gonna do a proper slab for that. No, because you have fresh water running in it, but sucker fish would be great. Okay, doesn't need to be aerated. not needed with the fiberglass fibers they mix in today. I don't know if them bag concretes have fiberglass. Nice place. I'd like to get a piece of land like that. Everybody should have a piece of land, man. Just living in the cities and apartments and stuff like that, man, that's not the way we're supposed to be. Catfish would be cool in there in the pond. I'm old school too. I always use rebar. Did a couple of large pours with my construction company, and they used fiberglass, and I was impressed. Yeah, that fiberglass stuff. When I used to do decorative concrete and we did extruded stuff like that, we mixed the stuff up on site. We always put fiberglass in it. I hope you get goats, but no matter what you do, they will escape. It's funny because Dakota, the dude helping me out here, was telling me the same thing. He goes, "Man, goats, they're gonna test your fences." I work with a 3/4 acre pond. Certain types of carp deal with the muck. I do aerate it in the warmer months. The fish eat better than I do. Huh. So eventually one day I'd like to do like aquaponics. Never heard of that. It's basically you have like a pond or a holding tank where you grow your own fish, and then you run the water through a bunch of plants to filter it, and it feeds the plants, and the plants filter out the stuff, and you get good yields on your crops, and you get clean fish that doesn't have like mercury or whatever. Are you getting chickens? They can help with a lot of things. Yes, we are getting chickens. My wife's looking at coops, talking with a guy about having like a nice one built. Well, we need to get one that we can kind of move around. I seen a guy, and a couple people do this too. Matter of fact, where she gets her chicken eggs now, right around down the street from this farm, all natural stuff, they rotate it around, so they're on a different patch of grass like almost every day. A bit of copper sulfate keeps any algae away and is great for the fish. Okay. Have you found out what that brown stuff is grown in field? No, but we do have agriculture. So talking with the cow guy, he informed us that the agricultural people for this county will help us out with, they're actually going to come out here and look at our grass and identify what that is and give us a solution to get rid of it. I want to get rid of that brown stuff. It seems to be like it's taken over, and I want to get on top of it really fast. Hey, what's up, Naples Frank? You really are doing a lot of work there. I wish I was able to help you out with your building. It's really coming along. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you just watching and all the support. It really helps out. Just watching the videos helps out. Are you spending more than you're making? Seems like it lately. I mean, with the move and stuff like that, and me not scrapping as, it's, it's a lot going out now, but it's all going to start coming in. Now that I'm getting set up and I'm going to start having a flow, I'm going to get back to scrapping, expand the scrapping. That's the main thing. We're going to expand. I mean, talking with Dakota, he says his grandfather was scrapping. His mom strips wire, like not big wires, but she strips wire by hand. I showed him the fillet trick, how to hand strip wire like a pro. For those of you who've seen that my video from way back. Yeah, so he's in it. He was actually showing me some prices from the local scrapyard. I wasn't impressed with their non-ferrous. Their steel was a pretty good price. I might try them out on my steel. Now, some scrapyards, man, they won't take that transformer steel as prepared if it's flaked out. You know, if there's a bunch of loose sheets, maybe if you came in there with solid chunks, you can get away with it. But I've had some yards in the past be like, "Oh no, that's sheet," and I'd be like, "Oh no, I'm taking my stuff somewhere else." um, Happy birthday! Love watching all your videos, David from New Zealand. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. New Zealand in the house. That's awesome. Thanks for bringing back the song. Yeah, my wife made sure she put that in the video. Golf Papa 24, happy birthday. Been scrapping my whole life, work part-time in my French junkyard. All kinds of great usable stuff comes in. Yeah, that's one thing I was actually telling Dakota today why that's one of the reasons why I love scrap, because we're like going through a lot of the stuff and sorting stuff and looking for stuff. And I just keep coming across things like, oh, I got this for basically free in scrap. Oh, I got this in scrap. I got that for basically nothing. You get such good stuff. And it's just crazy how much stuff gets thrown away. Let's see. No more rent you will never get back. Yeah, man. Thank God. That was really tough. Chris Campbell. Sorry if I butchered your name, dude. Happy birthday. Today's your birthday too. Well, happy birthday, dude. We got a couple people in October in here. Stephen Gaff. You should look in storage containers. Buy them at the auctions pretty cheap. Dry and store stuff on your property like cheap portable sheds. Yeah. I wanted them, but my wife don't like the look of them. I mean, I got a huge mess out there. It's temporarily, but they would have been nice. But unfortunately, we're not doing the storage container thing on the property. You saw me showing him the hand strip in today's time lapse. Oh, okay. Yeah. I showed him a couple tricks there. Showed him how to do the BX cable. I showed him how to do the burnt copper wire. He was blown away with that. Derek, why don't you just build your own chicken coop? They're easy to build and you can build it to your specs. I mean, yeah, I'd like to. There's so much stuff I'm doing. My wife just found a one she really likes, and it's kind of customizable. So I don't know what we're going to do at that point. I think we're going to get a small one first to start with some chicks and stuff like that. But eventually, we're probably going to get a decent sized one, and then maybe one day I'll build one. I don't know. I mean, it's not off the table. I still have no voice after having reflux and burning my throat and lungs. Dang, dude. I hope you're all right. Sorry to hear that, man. It's probably all I swear, man, it's like most of our problem with our health is probably due to our food that we're getting from the big box stores. Oh, even Publix, Winn-Dixie, wherever you guys get your food from. I mean, there's actually a really cool app that a guy made to show you what's like big corporate and what's like small town people. Lee Hall, born in USA. Yeah. Paint flowers or trees on the shipping containers. Tell it to my wife, because I would like a shipping container. I think they're very useful. Happy birthday. Hope you had a great day, my friend. Yeah, we had a good day out there. Gil Skills. Thanks, man. We did some scrapping, built some shelves, sorted some stuff. Every man needs a chick, needs chicks. Kristen, you know why chicken coop has only 2 doors? Because if it had 4, it would be a chicken sedan. And we got chicken coops, huh? What's the app called? That's a good question. The guy comes up on my feed all the time on Facebook. I'll look at it and then see it. So do you have to pay tax on scrap in the USA? I was told from the scrap yard that there's no tax on scrap. I mean, you go to the scrap yard and they don't 1099 you. Fresh eggs from your future chicken. Yeah, we get fresh eggs now from a farm down the street. Oh yeah, see that? Safety marshal. No shipping containers. Okay. Yeah, we get fresh eggs and fresh. She gets fresh meat and stuff like that. She's actually been. She got some bones and been making me bone broth in the morning. Not. It's not for everyone's taste. I put a bunch of cayenne pepper in it and just put it down. But hopefully, it helps with my joints and stuff like that. You know, kind of heavy. I kind of probably wore my knees out. Scrapping on the fly. What's up, buddy? Thank you. Hope you have a great day. You too, man. Lee Hall, scrap jokes. I mean, I don't have any scrap jokes. Anyone can put them out there if you have them. Oh, and another thing, man. I'd like people to get on here with me. If anyone wants to get on here, especially other scrapping channels, you want to get on here and talk to these people and support your channel. You know, I'm happy to have you on. I can get a couple people on here at once. I think I could get up to like 8 people or something. I mean, that's going to be a lot, but I wouldn't mind having 3 or 4 people come on. Nothing like fresh eggs in the morning. Yeah. My wife is great. She makes all kinds of stuff fresh and you know, from scratch. Like she makes me ice cream for dessert from scratch. She makes yogurt. Literally the sauce I had in my chicken parm today, I'm pretty sure she made from scratch. She made cookies from scratch. She makes all the stuff like homemade, which is great. Like she don't even like leaving the property. Any plans to use the new guy's Temu stripper? I don't know, but I actually, you know what? I'm gonna ask him to bring it in because I'd like to look at it and review it and kind of compare it. That's funny. Thanks, sure. I try to sleep sitting up, and I usually don't eat close to bedtime. Well, that night before I Yoo-hoo and a devil dog. Oh man, Yoo-hoo and a devil dog sounds awesome. Man, that probably, yeah. You know what? You know what's crazy? I had a Yoo-hoo not maybe within the last year, and it ain't like what I remember as a kid. Like it just tastes like chemical, and probably all that stuff. Like everything I eat now as an adult, I don't know if I changed or they literally changed all the ingredients to make it more and more fake. Like they're going so far away from like a natural food. It's crazy. You know why blind people don't skydive? It scares the crap out of their dogs. Oh, that's funny. Electronic scrapper, you'd love to get online with you. Just need a link. Okay. What's up, Panther Killer? Happy birthday. Thanks. I appreciate it. Let me catch up on these questions real quick. I tried scrapping my nuts. No, that's funny because we got a bull out there that's got a rubber band on its nuts, and his balls are going to drop off in the field someday, one day. That's kind of harsh, man. I wonder if that hurts. Like if he's just constantly in discomfort. I feel bad for him, but I think that's dinner. So I mean, I can't feel too bad because eventually we're gonna eat him. We do all things from scratch by default. That's awesome. People around the world watching. Yeah, that's awesome. What's up, Adam W. from Texas? OZ Art. What's up, buddy? Hold on a second. Let me see where. Okay, okay. I have the link. I don't know if I can do this. Hold on. Okay. If someone wants to get on here, I have the link copied. I don't know if I could put it in the chat or if I have to email you. Your wife doesn't look like the look of a trailer, and you'll probably just get one and put cheap siding on it so it looks like a house. You can even put a window in it. Yeah, see, that's what I'm telling her. You know, tell her that. I told her we can make it look nice. I mean, honestly, there's no difference between that and like a shed, except where it's bigger. It's very secure. It's weather tight. You know, it's like all the positives. She just sees all the negatives. You can post it in the chat. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if that's and I don't even know how to check to see if anyone's going to get on here or where they would be. Let me see. I used to know. I did it one time. What would I have on here one time? I had E-Waste Jill came on for a second, but I think she lost her thing. And then I had who's that other guy like? Nice Junk came on one time. And he actually saved me from like burning myself down because I was melting copper, and I put my I put my Burns-O-Matic thing next to the thing. He will end up living in that container. How's Nice Junk been? Has he been in here? I haven't seen him in a while, and I know he actually got last time I seen him, he got a nice little shop, and he kind of started pivoting towards doing more automotive stuff, which I mean, I try to do a little automotive stuff because scrapping's like a niche community. You know, not everybody does it or understands it, but like everybody has a car. So like you have more of a chance to so I get what he was doing, you know. I just honestly, like I said, I'm subscribed to like anybody that's a scrapping channel and I see them on my chat or in my comments. I try to check them out and subscribe. But I just haven't had a chance to check anybody out lately. I've been working, and it's probably going to be that way for the next 2 or 3 months. I'm going to be so busy catching up, sorting out, building. It's just a lot. And then, you know, once I get sorted and settled and my stuff sorted, it'll kind of even out a little bit. Nick G, happy birthday, young man. Thanks. I appreciate it. Nice Junk just got home from Italy. Dag, man, that's awesome. Scrapping on the fly. Are you the one that was on that little live stream he was doing? Excuse me. It was like him and 2 other people. I liked that. I mean, I was driving to Miami. I would try to pick up the stream when I could. So, okay, who wants to uncover this pool table with me? You have been live with him? E-Waste Mike, got to roll out. Well, hey, man. Taking my old fast bit. Thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. I'm pretty sure you donated. I really appreciate that, man. It really does help. Oh, really? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna living off scraps. Good night, Mike. All right. See you later, Mike. We'll catch you on the next one. What we're gonna do here is I'm gonna open this thing up, see what it looks like. I don't even know if it's let's see. Guess so I don't know if anyone actually is trying to get in here. Someone text Silver. Where's he at? Yeah, I should text him. In my country, it is hell containers, but I've covered mine in T111, and they have been driven by for 5 years and not the first peep out of them. What? Oh, it's hell on containers. Yeah, I guess if you got a lot of weather and salt air. Okay, I'm going to try to move this thing without knocking the stream out. Oh. Yeah, literally, this is the most time I've ever spent and on my back porch. I've been so busy with stuff. So I'm hoping it's good because they sure put a nice whoops. They put a really nice tarp over it.
You mean the felt is like brand new?
The felt does look brand new. Oh, look at this. That's the cover for the pool.
Okay. How do you know it's a cover for the pool?
Because it's got the little things on it. So it floats. That's interesting.
Why don't you take it over here and let it air out?
I'll move it tomorrow. I'd have to drag it through all the stuff. Well, I found more stuff under there. Let's see what we got over here on the side. I mean, it looks really nice. Look at that. This is like a bar room thing. Look, there's actually not. I can charge people. Look, you want to come over and shoot some pool? Oh, this must be really old. Look, it only takes 1 coin. Wow. It does have a key. It's missing that's probably it's unlocked. They left it unlocked. Let's see if there's any money in there.
Probably.
Ha! Ha! Yes. I got me a birthday dime. Look at that. We're already making money. That could be a classic dime too.
Yeah, but we just spent money. We just bought more cows.
Oh no! You say we just bought more cows?
Yeah, 3. Thank Tommy.
Oh well, we got to thank Tommy, the cow guy. I guess we got 3 more cows coming. When are they coming? Saturday.
Saturday, I spoke to Derek.
Oh, she already has it delivered. My wife's on the ball here. We got some birthday cows, I guess. Wow, look at this, man. Oh, snap. Something. Oh, where are they going? Oh, I see. Okay. I don't know what that is. Looks like we have an old, very worn out one. It's like a brand new one. Man, I'm excited. This is like a birthday present. We got a little, looks like I guess a felt brush. This guy must have really liked his pool. It's funny because Dakota, he said he actually swam in the pool here, and he said when he was here, he grew up with the kids. He grew up with the kids that let me get that light out of your face, that were on this property. Dude, this guy left me the whole packet. Look, I got chalks, tips. Let's see what we got here. It's crazy. We've been here for a few months now and never the first time I'm looking at any of this stuff. Still finding stuff. We got brand new tips for the pool cues, new chalks. I don't know what these are. Look at this. Is that tips too? Does anyone play pool? Is anyone a pool hustler in the chat? I need a neon bar sign. Yeah. I mean, I don't drink, but a neon bar sign, one of those things over top of the pool table would be pretty cool. I mean, maybe I should drink. It's my birthday. Should I have my wife make me a drink? I like the fact that this thing has a money slot, man. I want to charge people to come over here and play pool. All right. Let's get some balls on the table. Oh no. You know what? I got a ball rolling around the back of my truck for like 6 months.
Do you want an adult chocolate milk?
An adult chocolate milk?
Yeah.
What does that consist of?
Adult things and chocolate milk.
Adult things and chocolate milk?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to taint the chocolate milk.
Delicious.
It's delicious. Maybe give me a little.
I'll make it. If you don't like it, I'll drink it.
Oh, she'll drink it if I don't like it. I mean, I'm probably not going to like it because I don't like alcohol, but. Okay. So the only thing I don't see is a cue ball. All this stuff and we don't have a cue ball? Oh, never mind. That's all right. Right here. We got 2 of them. And oh, that one looks like it's got some miles on it. That one looks nice. Look at that thing. We got a 2-piece. What? Sportcraft. 19 ounce. Now I'm no pool hustler, but I mean, I used to like playing pool. Now, one thing I know it did have was this thing in the corner, but it's kind of broke. Looks like someone might have been beating their kids with it. Look at that. That's kind of messed up. Or it just fell over a couple times. I don't know. I guess I could use this out there with the when I'm messing with the cattle. Smack them on their butts a little bit. So, man, I like the fact that this pool table has a spot for your sticks. What else has it got? I guess that's it. It is missing some type of trim. Couple of little, I guess what you would call, missing like two little white things. That's just a solid stick. That thing looks like it's been around the block. It's got a new tip on the end. Maybe the guy really liked that. I'm surprised they left this thing here. One thing it doesn't have, I can tell right now, it doesn't have the dots or whatever for centering the things. Oh, what is that? Is that cream?
Milk. Yeah. Cream, chocolate milk, and alcohol.
Dag, look at this, man. Cream, chocolate milk, chocolate sparkles,
Sprinkles.
chocolate sprinkles, and alcohol.
You gotta mix it up now.
Oh, you got to mix it up?
Yeah.
I love me some chocolate milk, so I hope this is good.
Delicious.
Oh, what'd you put in there?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Secret.
It's actually not even that strong.
Okay.
No, oh, it's a hidden, one of those hidden drinks where you got Everclear in there or something.
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
Do you like it?
Now it's a little. I can taste it now.
Do you like it though?
I got 2 sips in, man. I might be trashed for the night. I might be cut off. You're gonna have to flag me.
But are you gonna finish it?
Am I gonna finish it? I don't know. I like it. It tastes good.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, maybe I'll finish it. I'll be trashed probably.
You'll be giving away Transformers.
And that's funny because me, back in the day, you know, I quit drinking when I was 19, but I would drink a 12-pack of Corona and then go to the bar and start drinking whiskey sours.
Your mother must be so proud.
Yeah, I'm sure she is. All right. Isn't it something like solid stripe, solid stripe, solid stripe? I don't know how all that goes. Mm-hmm. I have no idea, honestly. I don't think I played. I don't think I've played pool in 10 years. Who's this? I got a text message. I think it's my brother. What's up, Mike Owens? Let's see what we got here. Those pool tables are a pain in the butt to move for the average hunter. Yeah, you know what? My neighbor had a pool table. He had a bunch of he hired a company to come move it. Wow, that light is really bright. Um, I don't know if that did anything. I don't want to go down too low because it's we're gonna get a proper light out here, man. I want one of them like Budweiser or like a pool table light. The messed up thing is, even though we're in a screen porch, we're getting a little bit quiet, but it ain't nothing compared to what's going on the other side of that screen. Man, if we was out there, we'd be getting attacked, man. You have a light on outside at night over here, you're getting a swarm. Um, let's see here. See who else is in here. Ones with plastic in them are for generic bar cues. Yeah, I'm probably sure this is probably an old bar pool table, obviously because it had a slot. But that's actually really interesting to me because I remember last time I played, it was like at least $1 a game or something. The fact that that's like 10 cents, where'd that dime go? One thing I'm fascinated by is just the mechanism, just that whole thing. Let's put that dime in there. Yeah, crazy. When's the last time you got to play pool for 10 cents? It goes through, and what's it do? Oh, it doesn't even fall. What's happening here? Oh, maybe because it's not. Oh, there it goes. Oh, okay. So yeah, it goes through and it drops, and then it activates something. Man, that's cool. 10-cent games, man. This must be some old school stuff, man. Who remembers 10-cent games? I don't ever remember 10-cent games. I don't think I've ever played pool that wasn't at least 50 cents. It was always quarters, never a dime. So if this was me, I mean, I can't be having people coming over here and dropping dimes, man. We need quarters. We need one that holds 8 quarters, $2 a game. No, I'm kidding. Oh, check it out. There's a big TV on the wall. I don't even know if it works. I haven't even plugged it in, but I might be able to hook it up to my computer or something. I don't know. See, me and my wife, we don't even watch TV. We don't have cable. We just have internet. One, I really ain't got time to watch TV, and two, I don't like what's on TV. I find YouTube more interesting. I'd rather watch you guys than let's say a PSF bar light. Dude, I gotta find someone that can make a PSF bar light. I'm gonna drink some more of my adult chocolate milk, man. So in the past like 24 years, 25 years or whatever, I've only drank in probably 3 or 4 times. One, the last time I actually know that I drank was on my wedding, and we went out to Hibachi, and I drank some sake. I didn't get drunk, but I had a couple things, and I didn't get drunk on my wedding, but did drink some of that copper champagne, which was pretty good. This actually tastes really good. Chocolate milk and liquor. I don't know if it's going to go down right, but it tastes good at the time. Okay. Nice rack, huh? I got to figure all this out. Oh, look at this. There's more keyholes over there. I wonder if that whole side comes off. See, I'm actually like really interested in like the mechanics of things and the mechanism, how it works. Man, I hear something right over here. Finally found a good flashlight. Well, not I bought my wife some. They're not the best, but they're pretty good. Oh, we got a cow. I'm gonna set my. I got some surveillance cameras over by the shop, but I'm gonna put some back here so I can get some night shots of the cows. I think that'll be pretty cool. They're actually literally they're right over here. You'd say early '90s. Looks like a pretty small room to be playing pull in. Do you have enough room around the back to use a cue? Yeah, it actually there's actually pretty good space all the way around. I mean, the whole length of a pull stick. Yeah, I guess he knew what he was doing. I mean, you can. I got a fridge. That's a fridge from my shop. We got a meat cooler. I actually would like to slide this maybe a foot this way, but I don't know. It's in a nice place, I guess. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully the felt is still intact from being outside. Yeah, you know what? Um, Canadian treasure hunter looks from the 50s. Maybe it is. I gotta catch up on these comments real quick. I guess because he had that nice. That is a thick tarp. It's almost like one of those shipping tarps you'd have on a what do you call it? Like a semi truck. It's very thick. It's almost leather like. But yeah, the moisture here in the morning. I mean, especially when the fog comes through, it's a bit much. Like everything is moist in the morning. Let's see here, get a good used one out. So it's funny because there was like a man cave here, or it's just a shed, but it says man cave on it. But my wife took it. She doesn't like the term she shed, but so the guy must have liked to get away from his wife, I guess. I don't know. Oh, this tip probably needs replacing. Doesn't look like it wants to take any. The tip on that other one is better, actually. Yeah, it's not taken to not taken kindly to the chalk. We're gonna use the old stick. I like old class of stuff anyway. This stick probably came with the pool table whenever it was made. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if that's in. That looks like two different pieces. Oh, so someone said I haven't checked the price on scrap, but my wife said someone made a comment that the price of scrap went up. I really hope it does because I got a bunch of number two copper. Um, sure like to play you in a couple games, Steve. Yeah, you. I mean, you probably beat me. Those are special tips for a special cue. Oh, You can play. Who loses pays the next round. What's up, Bob Green? Hello from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Solid stick for breaking, 2-piece for playing. Okay. Have the spider. Man, we got spiders out here. Shannon, you love playing? That's cool. You got Q's worth 500 and will still suck? Huh. Oh, my mom's got her own pull stick. That's cool. Scrapping on the fly. You ran a pool, a pool room and with your aunt. That's cool. The good with the whiskey. A sneaky drink. Yeah, I'm already starting to feel buzzed off of that, man. It don't take me much, man, because I mean it's been like 20 something years since I drank. So every time I drink, I get a I get a nice little buzz real quick. Your wife is the handiest thing you've added to the channel in a long time. And my wife is awesome. She's just awesome all around, and she helps out with the channel. I'll be living in the container if I buy one. Eli Daniels. Hi, Derek. This is Eli, Frank's wife. So this is what Frank always watches. Happy birthday and congratulations on your marriage. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's nice to finally talk to Frank's wife. That's nice. Well, this isn't what he watches all the time. Usually, I'm not in my backyard drinking and playing pool. It's my birthday. I'm trying to celebrate. And normally I don't drink. Usually we're out there scrapping, making progress, and making some money. I don't remember dime games. It was always quarters. Yeah, I know, man. This must be an old table. Um, Dime games ended in the mid 60s. Then quarters took over. Wow. So I got a classic here. I wonder if it's worth any money. I need to figure out what I can do to keep it in. If I should put some shellac on it or rub the wood, keep the wood in good condition. It looks like there's 2 key slots on the side. Maybe it pulls off that whole panel, so I guess you can get into that mechanism that drops the balls. I don't know. But I would like to get in there. Guys, it's time. Happy birthday, Copper King. Thank you. I appreciate it. Shop. Happy birthday, dude. Old McCopper had a birthday. Yeah. Man, I made that video just as a joke, and my wife keeps wanting to put it in all the videos, man. Hey, what's up, Silverlicious? Thanks for the donation, man. I really appreciate it, man. Always good to see you in the chat. Been fun watching you round up all the number 2 copper lately. Thanks. We got some more number 2 coming tomorrow, actually. Oh. Oh, so I'm I gotta apologize to Frank's wife. Her name is Ellie, not Eli. I told you guys many times I'm slightly retarded and dyslexic. I apologize for that, Frank and Mrs. Daniels. Something's on my. I got bit in the neck earlier today. Adam Wall, hi from Newport, Oregon. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm a cheap drunk, man. Leanne, can we know your wife's name instead of saying wife? I think I've already outed her a couple times by accident. She doesn't want to be on camera. She's not into social media. I don't know if she wants to have her name out there. Happy birthday. How old are you? I'm in my, I guess my mom already doxed me and said I'm 43. Actually, not from the 90s. The 90s one pushed the balls at the other end when you sort. Yeah, that's what I thought. In the 70s, it was like 50 to 75 cents. Yeah, I think this is an old machine, you know? All right, let's see if we can't crack these balls, man. Probably going to completely miss, but. Oh! Hey, nobody's ringing the doorbell over here. I almost scratched on the first hit. Oh, y'all can't even see what I'm doing, can you? Well, I got one in there. Looks like we're stripes. Who wants to be solids? What is this? So I don't know if anyone actually wanted to come on here with me. Like I gave the link, but I don't know if I don't even know where it would show if someone was in like the back room. I might have to work on that, man. Sorry if y'all tried to get on here and I couldn't figure it out. I'll have to do that off camera one day. It's a lot I got to figure out with this. I'm actually using the 150-foot cord that I'm going to use to run down to my shop because whoa, almost wrecked my computer. I got it on this really sketchy stand. My audio is still coming. Oh, okay. I guess I can't touch the computer. I got it on this like roll around stand. It's probably not the safest thing for my MacBook. But I'm hoping. I mean, I got a lot going on. I'm trying to. I keep muting my mic every time I move my computer. Anyway, I'm hoping I can get that signal booster thing down to my shop, so I can do live streams down there at the the new little shop we're cleaning out and building shelves in right now. I found, guess what I found today? All of the stuff to start melting copper again and aluminum. I'm trying to block that light for you guys. So I really want to start. I liked when I was doing the live streams and melting copper. I was learning a lot and I really enjoyed that. I want to get back to making ingots. I need to start like making a couple ingots every week. Um, because I was moving my milling machine around today, and I want to get that set up so I can get back to my goal of actually milling an ingot. Y'all know I made the high precision ingot maker, and we were doing really good at getting better ingots. And I have to work on. I think the problem I had was the shrinkage of the top and it going down. And I was going to make a lid that it would have some to suck from, so I could still just mill it flat. And we got them perfect ingots that I want to hook you guys up with, man. Oh, seems like this thing's getting stronger. Whew. I'm like drinking gasoline. Anyone from the UK in here? Yeah, me. Leanne, you're from the UK? Wow. Claire Leisure, happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate it. Am I bringing back the copper sloshing machine, the sluice? It's funny you say that. Today, me and I keep wanting to call him Cody. Listen, I'm really bad with names. Dakota. Me and him were cleaning up. I found all the sluices. They're just leaning up against the wall. Really, they were there the whole time. I just didn't see them. But man, I keep thinking about it more and more. And something that I'm going to implement. There's actually three different things that over the past like 3 years that I've thought about that I guarantee none of y'all have ever seen with a copper sluice. It's going to be epic. I can promise you that. I just got to get my stuff sorted, and I got to get, a little bit more familiar with the milling and the lathe, because that it's going to take a little bit of machining to build the parts I need. But I'm going to have an epic setup. What am I hearing over there? It's funny, man. Out here in the woods, you hear all kinds of things. And Dakota was telling me, because he lived on this street at one point, and I asked him, like, "Hey, man, you ever see anything creepy out here?" And he was like, "Yeah, for sure, all kinds of creepiness." Yeah, I definitely need to be able to do lives from the work area. I think that little shop in the corner with the bench, I'm going to take that other wooden bench and put it over there, and then have one of those steel welding tables on the other side. So if I got to do like metal stuff, but like taking stuff apart, I can do up on them benches. Yeah, I want to do a live stream a week from in there. I actually got a pile of stuff that I've been putting to the side that I want to take apart on a live stream. Matt Binford, happy birthday. Any plans on taking the new guy to Miami? Give him a full scrapping experience? Maybe one day. I mean, that's the only problem with that, unless I have a big pickup where I need help, that's literally like 3 hours of travel one way. I got to pay labor that is not producing. I had a problem with that years and years ago. I had a guy, the first guy that was working for me in the beginning, he would come with me when we were picking up scrap all the time, trying to block that light. And we'd go out. I just had my truck, a crane, and my crane that was on my trailer was in the bed of my truck mounted. I still have all the brackets to mount it in that other F-350. And I had 3 what I call pick barrels on wheels that had straps that would flip with a spreader beam. And I had one of those totes cut in half in the bed of the truck. And we would go hit we'd hit 4 to 5, sometimes 6 customers in a day. But he liked the travel. He liked that I paid him. We'd go out. I'd usually ride 2 hours away from the shop. And then we just, work our way, weave in and stop and work our way back. And then he'd work. Well, I started getting busier and I needed help at the shop. And then he like leaving. And that's why I always had a problem, man. I don't know why. I always had a problem with like leaving people at my shop the production when I'm there is like here, and the production when I'm not there is like down there somewhere. Like he literally got salty that I wanted to leave him at the shop and work while I go pick the stuff up myself, you know? So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll take him. When like I said, when I got a lot of pickups to do. Um, so I don't know. But right now, it's a part-time gig, you know, as I'm getting set up and store some stuff and building. You know, he's going to help me build fences and the shop and or the shed and stuff like that. And then I'm working him into the scrap. And the fact that he's already done some scrapping, you know, and he's kind of familiar with certain things, not nearly like I've showed him a couple things that's just like some of the stuff that I get in scrap, the normal person wouldn't get. Because I asked him, like, where do you get most of your scrap? And oh, you know, I'll find it on the side of the road, or his grandfather used to scrap. So there's a bunch of scrap on his property that he peels from, and they got a couple campers are taken apart or whatnot. But like the industrial commercial grade scrap that I get, mainly from electricians, is not the normal scrap most people are going to find. So like I'm showing him copper bus bars, big giant plates of copper, big cabinets full of copper, just stuff that normal people wouldn't normally see, you know. And it's like he's like, wow, man. Henry, well, I'm from Flint, Michigan now. Wow, man, didn't Flint, Michigan just have that whole thing with what do you call it? A couple years ago, they had bad water. I am thankful that we have a deep. We just had a deep well put here. It's way down, and you can go over to the tap. Like when I was a kid, you can go over to the tap and drink the water. We can do that here. You can drink the water right out of the well before any type of filtration or anything like that, and it tastes good. When you're in a city and you get city water, and they do this for a reason, put all kinds of chemicals in it, man. And even if you filter your drinking water, if you take a shower, your skin is your biggest organ. And you take a shower, you're just absorbing it. And I know they put a lot of chemicals in stuff because one, I used to smell it. And two, I used to have a huge saltwater tank. Saltwater fish, man, I had shark. I had a shark in there, all kinds of nice, cool saltwater stuff. And we used to make our own salt water, buckets of salt. We do 70% change out or 75, I forget what it was, but we drain most of the water down, mix up some salt, fill it back up. I mean, we did it for like a year, once a month, I think, or whatever it was required. And one day we did it. The next morning, all my fish were dead, like a couple $1,000s worth of fish and more in just the setup. I wind up just being fed up with it after that. But we couldn't figure out what happened. We tested the water. We did the same thing we did every time. And then the person I was with at the time called the city. I was like, hey, is there anything going on with the water? Blah, blah, blah. We used your water, killed our fish. And they're like, oh, yeah, we purged the lines with high doses of chlorine. Like they don't even tell you when they're doing stuff like that. And God knows what else they're putting in there. See what we got in here. Jack Bliss, Dakota looks like a decent guy, but time will tell. You never know these days. Yeah, you know. So far, he seems like decent. You know, and I get a good vibe from him. You know, I can kind of like if he came here, like I had him come here and meet him before we did anything, and we just talked for a little bit before I told him about I have a YouTube channel. Before I told him about anything, and you know, honestly, the only thing I can say that I don't like about him is he smokes cigarettes. I don't let people smoke around me when I'm working. It just gives me a headache. But whatever. I told him, hey, I don't care if you smoke, just do it away from me and don't drop your cigarette butts in my yard. My wife smokes cigars, so she gave him an ashtray to accommodate him. Whatever you want to do that, that's your thing. Other than that, he works. Like I take my lunch break. When I take lunch, I take lunch, man. I mean, be lucky if I even come back from lunch, but I'm on my lunch break. He eats his lunch quick. Boom, he's back out there doing something. Like I tell him, hey, this is what we're doing today, blah, 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 blah. And if we only get to a certain thing before lunch, it's only been 2 days since he's been here. Every time when I come back out to go out there, he's like back working, like doing something. He's always moving. And the fact that he brought his own tools the other day, and there was a problem with like our shelves. I had put those custom bolts, or I had made bolts out of all thread. They were sticking out, and I had to notch the wood. Like he's like, hey man, we got a problem. I've already marked it out. I got a sawzall. Maybe we can, he was like trying to problem solve and figure the solution out, which, not everybody would do. I've had people in the past, they're like, oh, there's a problem. And they'll just sit down and wait for me to come back. And then they'll tell me, oh, yeah, I had a problem, so I didn't know what to do. Oh, what? So you just sit around doing nothing? This guy finds something to do, which is awesome. I really like that. I think Derek is slightly buzzed, not drunk yet. Yeah, I am slightly buzzed. I don't know if I guess I should finish it. I mean, it is my birthday. What? So did Steve what? You hear them cows? Oh, I found out my neighbor, I didn't even know. One of my neighbors over here, um, they have cows. I had no idea because I've never even seen them. There's only one small portion of the property where you can actually see into someone else's yard. And the first day we brought them new cows, and Murmur was like running them around. Those cows came over and were talking crap, man. Like they ran up to the fence line and I'm like, rah, rah. Like, I'm like, what are they yelling for? We're not, it's like, I don't know if they were sticking up for Murmur or like, I don't know. It was just funny how they ran up to the fence and were yelling over here at our cows. Sounded a little sus if you ask me. What's that? Enjoy watching you do the copper. That's your best earner. Yeah, for sure. And that's the main thing I go after is copper. We are all about copper here. Every machine that I have is geared up to extract copper from something, you know, and hopefully I get a couple more. I'm not really into recycling steel, aluminum. I get it from the lights and other things. I really don't go after it. I like the copper, man, because it weighs and it pays, dude. That's why I call that machine the Copper King. Not me. I've said this many times. I know people like to call me the Copper King because I mentioned it, but I've never actually said, "Oh, I'm the Copper King." Blah blah blah. No, my equipment, the machines, the wire stripper, the other wire stripper bolted to the wire stripper, and the transformer press is the Copper King. And then eventually, hopefully here soon, I'm going to mount the stator wrecker to that machine, and it's going to be all one big copper extracting beast. Um, oh, you're a lead abatement contractor in Connecticut, and in my annual freshwater class, we always talk about Flint water situation. It's crazy. Man, my phone's blowing up over here. Okay.
Um, I got my buddy on. He's looking for used oil out here for me, and he found a couple sources. Um, oh, Steve smoked too. Yeah, but over in my shop, I would make. He wouldn't smoke in my shop. I wouldn't let no one smoke in my shop. Or around me when I'm working. I don't get that. Like, I mean, I used to smoke cigarettes, but I quit when I was 18. Um, people, I watch people. They work hard, like they're out of breath, and nothing against smokers. Like that, I'll never, um, I'll never like put someone down for doing something because I don't like people telling me what to do. So if you want to do something, fine, just as long as it's not affecting me. Like I don't care what you do, really. Um, but like I think it's funny when people are like they're working hard, they're out of breath, they're tiring, and then they want to go outside and smoke a cigarette, which is like depleting their oxygen. It just, I don't know. I guess it's like a thing people, I don't know. I just think that's weird. Hey, what's up, Merchant Metals? Someone told me he was live earlier. I had no idea. You had no idea you was live, and it was your birthday. Yeah, it's my birthday. Thanks, man. Um, hey, we'll be pouring concrete tomorrow, dude. I just found all my concrete tools. Um, I got a concrete mixer. I'll be mixing the stuff up myself. We're doing small slabs, so it's nothing major. Smokers waste a lot of time.
Did you just find like cigarette butts in your tools?
I found a cigarette butt in like a box that I didn't think there should be a cigarette butt. Yeah. I don't know how it got there, why it was there, but probably Steve. Yeah. Um, you're cooking food now, Merchant. Mason wants meatballs. How's Mason boy doing, man? Little doggy. Huh. Yeah, the water situation up there is crazy. I'm just glad we got a well, man. We got our own water. Plus, on top of that, my wife filters all the water that we drink through a special filter. Um, so we ain't worried about all that chemical stuff and fluoride. I'm gonna try out this other stick, even though hmm, it's kind of flat. I wonder how you even get these things on. I guess those things, those extra tips were for that other stick. This one don't look like it had many miles on it. Mitchell something. Sorry about your last name, dude. Big fan of the channel. Like when you take us on the road to do pickups and scrap yards. Yeah, I'll be probably in 2 days we'll be doing a scrap yard run. And I'll take you guys along. I might have a pickup while I'm down there. Where were we? We're Stripes. I could be here all day. Oh, check this out. Oh, check this out. Urban K Co. Inc. Bakelin, BKLYN, New York. This thing was made in New York. Last time I moved this, I almost dropped my whole computer. If I can get that light out of there. Hey, at least it was made in America, not made in China. Oh, so close. Well, it looks like it's Solid's turn. Who's Solid? Hey, I wonder if we could play virtually. Like, someone pick out which solid ball to hit. Then we can bet on whether I make it or not. I need to watch that for my birthday. What's that? The video of you with a bunch of wire? Hold on a second. I'm kind of curious of what was on this. It's missing whatever was here. It's like a piece of metal. Looks like I had some nice trim probably at some point. It's missing all the way around. Maybe some ivory inlays or something like that. Let me see, man. That's the second time someone was telling me about merchant metals thing. Big pile of wire. I like seeing big piles of wire, man. We all about. Let's see here. Sorting copper wire. Is that it? The copper mother load?
What if you were prepared for all those interview curves?
Dude, that looks like a big pile of wire. What is all that shit? Looks like Cat 5. Hey, do you guys get more money for the Cat 5 wire? That's something I recently just found out. Is that Cat 5 wire is worth more than like number 2. It's actually a really good price. Tag, dude, your whole whole back of your car's full of that crap. That looks like what I got out of Michael Jordan's house, dude. Literally, they pulled so much wire out of his place. It was crazy. I mean, was any of that wire strippable, or was it just communication cable? Oh, there you are with your little buggy, dude. I love that buggy. I wish I had that thing, something like that out here on the farm. Dag, dude. Well, definitely looks like a nice pile. I hope you got some good price for that stuff. What'd they pay you for that? That's what I'm wanting to know. Let's see here. Have I figured out how many bags for the shed pour tomorrow? I think we did kind of figure it out. I did have the guy put a 54 or 56 bag pallet next to literally right next to where we're pouring. I don't think it's going to take that many bags. I forget what we figured on that, but we got extras. I think we got enough plus like 10% for waste, if that's a thing. But I'm gonna get up early. I had my grade stick come in today for my transit level. I don't know what happened to my, the measuring with the numbers. It's not going to be so important over there, but where I am going to pour in the carport, I want to shoot the grade, the elevation of the slab that's on the little shed or the garage, I guess you can call it. And that way I can transfer it out and know. I want to do like a 1-inch pitch down towards the pond. So any water, there's not going to be that much water getting under there, but even when I extend the slab out in front of it, so like when we park our cars, I want it to kind of all go that way, away from the yard, away from the house and all that stuff. But yeah, we got it pretty much figured out. I don't think we're going to run that. Bob Green, yeah, Cat 5 is worth more up here. Okay. Last time you got a bag of concrete at Home Depot, it spilled all over your shoe. Dag, dude, that sucks. Huh. Don't make Dakota quit tomorrow. Hey, it's funny you say that. When I used to cut concrete, and my boss would bring new guys in, and they'd bring them out with me, or he'd put a new guy with me to go out and train them. He'd tell me, "Hey, man, take it easy on this guy on the first day. We don't want him to quit," because I'd get out there and I just work nonstop. I didn't come in hungover. I didn't take cigarette breaks. And I mean, cutting concrete, you need to be a pretty big dude. And we'd have gym guys. Guys that go to the gym all the time. Now, there's a difference between gym muscles and working muscles, because we'd have these big buff gym guys come in, and I would whoop them by lunchtime, dude. They'd be done. And my boss would be like, "Hey, man, take it easy on these guys. We need help." Yeah. Nah, he's cool, man. I don't think he's gonna quit. Plus, the great thing is, he used to work for a guy. He used to pour concrete. So, like, I think that was probably his last job, was pouring concrete. So, concrete sucks. Yeah. Yeah, I used to do it for a living, man. I poured concrete for a couple companies. I worked for the union in New Jersey for a short stint. Pouring concrete, sidewalks, curb and gutter, driveways. What's crazy is when I was doing all that work, and I worked for another guy, Bruno Concrete. What a D-bag that guy was. What did we do with him? We did a lot of driveways and big stuff like that. And my family up north, there, on my mom's like sister side, they did a lot of concrete work. So I poured concrete for years, and the funny thing is, I remember removing concrete sometimes. and we had a quick cut gas saw, a little cut 4-inch slab or whatever like that. And we either would take a big pin bar and pry up on it, put a piece under it, and crack it with a sledgehammer and break it that way, or if we could get a machine in there, we'd use the backhoe to pull it out. When I came down to Florida and I got a job working for the company, was called Concrete Cutting and Breaking. It still is, but I was blown. Like I'm a type of person that loves tools and loves machines. So when I walked in there and I seen these giant blades, I mean, when I say a giant concrete cutting blade, I'm talking about 98 inches, big blades, to cut, say you need to cut 15 inches. Your blade needs to be like 36 inches because you're only using half the blade. Plus you got your arbor of your shaft, so you're only cutting with the bottom half. To cut a 4-foot thick bridge beam or 4 foot of concrete, you need like a 98-inch blade. Big stuff, man. We used to cut concrete so thick you'd have to use a steel cable with diamond nuggets. The cable was $100 a foot, and we'd stretch, a couple 100 feet of this stuff out, loop it around whatever you want, crimp it back together, put it on a machine that spins it, that's on tracks, and back the machine up, and it would just pull the cable right through the concrete. Matter of fact, that's how I learned the trick. Well, not learned. The idea came to me. One, to unspool the BX cable, the aluminum sheath cable. I showed the videos where I pull it out, put it like 5 in the vise, pull all the cables off, and then chuck it up in my drill and back it off and straighten it out. That idea came from that. And the idea for the burnt copper, where I stripped the end 100%. If y'all haven't seen this video, you should go check it out. Strip the end about an inch, 100%, put it in the vise. Strip the other end about 100%, put it in a drill. And this time you're going to spin it forward. It's going to shrink the wire and expand it and push that burnt plastic right off the copper. What we used to do with our wire saw, because when you're spinning the wire, and we might be running through transition jigs, meaning sometimes I'd be on a barge and I'm cutting a pylon underwater. I'd have a diver at the bottom. So I'm running my wire down the end of the barge through a transition that changes direction straight down through another transition that wraps it around the pylon, which is hooked onto by a crane. I mean, I used to do like some big time heavy stuff, stuff that you don't just send some idiot with a quick cut saw out to do. And then the wire would have to come back up through them transitions, and you're spinning it. So to stop that $100 a foot wire from getting flat spots and ruin it, when we would sling our wire through all that stuff, before we would crimp it together, and that was always your weakest point, your crimp, we would hook it to a drill and spin it and tighten that wire up until it just coiled up in a bunch of coils on the ground. Then you crimp it. Then you wrap it around your big wheel, and when you back it up and tighten it up straight, when you start the wheel and it starts spinning the wire, it's not only going down, but it's doing this. It's rotating. And I don't know why it came to me one day. I had a whole pile of just burnt wire. Even with my wire stripper, I couldn't get this wire to get off. It was just a nightmare. And at the time, I was like, man, there's no way I'm going to sell all this. I even thought about burning it, but where I was in my shop, like I had a lot of people in my comments always tell, oh, why don't you just burn the wire? Man, you can't just do that. You can't do that everywhere. And then I don't know what made me think about that, but I was like, maybe if I chucked it up in a drill and spun it, it would twist the wire. Because as I was stripping it, I was watching the plastic. And if y'all that strip that stuff, the plastic melts down into the little grooves, and you could see it when you're trying to pull it apart. And I was like, man, if I can get the wire to push that out somehow. And for whatever reason, it dawned on me, man, I used to spin wire with a drill when I cut concrete. Let me try this. And let me tell you something. It was like an aha moment when I ran the knife down it and the wire literally pushed itself off. I was like, holy cow. And that video that I made, how to strip burnt copper wire like a pro or whatever it was, man, those early videos kind of blew up my channel, man. Shout out to everybody who's been around since those videos. Hand stripping wire under my old carport at my house in Palm Beach. Yeah, how convenient. He was recently working concrete. Yeah. Dude, you know what? I've said this a couple times, man. And yeah, I have to thank my wife mainly for finding him because she put out the ad and talked to people and stuff like that. But like, you know, God always puts like the right people in front of you sometimes. Not all the time, but a lot of the times. You know, if you put out the good energy and stuff like that. Dude, it's my gal's birthday today too. We just got back from dinner. Happy birthday. That's awesome, Sean. Happy birthday to her. Scrapping on the fly used to build bridges. That's cool. I didn't build the bridges. I just demoed them. Or like in Palm Beach on I-95, they're expanding the bridges, making wider, making more lanes. A lot of times we'd have to cut the barrier off so they could chip back like 2 feet of rebar, tie onto it, and add more lanes. That was one of my favorite things to do, man, because we had something called a curb saw. It's a big machine you ride on. It's about the size of a car. And it's got a big spin up to like a 42 or 54-inch blade. Normally, we only spun up to like a 36 because the barrier walls are only 15 inches thick. But this thing had a blade. It had an arm that would come down. It moved like this. It could move like this, in and out, and you could rock it like this. But your blade was flat. It's like a flush cut. And you would drop that blade down and push it into the barrier wall and ride back and forth on the bridge. Now, those big machines, no matter how big your machine is, you're only cutting 2 to 3 inches of concrete at a time. And, you know, I originally, when I started there, they had the machine, they had a water hose hooked to it and a water bubble in a truck. And I told my boss, I'm like, hey, man, like this big ass machine, let's put some water tanks on it. Then I could run the whole bridge back and forth, not stop every time to move the water hose or the water hose getting run over and all this stuff. And you're limited how far you can go. And you're only doing a little section at a time. You want to pre-cut as much as you can. I was killing it, dude. I actually loved that job. But 2008 came, everything crashed. I went from working 60, 70 hours a week sometimes to like 20. And then I found copper transformers, and that was it, man. We was done cutting concrete. My boss still called me for years, man. I'd go do a job for him here and there, but I still worry about all that concrete sitting up and getting hard before you get to use it. Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to be starting tomorrow, and then probably every 2 days we're pouring concrete. It did come shrink wrapped. It's up on pallets off the ground, and I put even more tarps over top of it, so it's still dry. It ain't got no moisture getting up under there. So hopefully it's all right. We still watch those videos over and over. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I remember you working under the big lean-to. Can't remember if it was your house. Yeah, it was where I was living at the time. And that was like a 4-car carport. And the crazy thing is, that place I was renting from actually had someone that lived. Man, I felt so bad for them people. They lived next to the garage door that opened. I don't know if y'all ever seen, right next to it there was a door. That was an apartment, but it was like upstairs. And that carport was a huge, like a patio or a upstairs thing, man. It's true. God puts the right person in the right place all the time. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Um, yeah, I feel truly blessed. So I'm gonna I'll finish my drink here. I'm gonna shoot one more ball here. I know it's hard to see, but what are we on? Solids? What do you think? Green ball down there in the corner pocket? What do y'all when y'all play pool? Do you call each shot, and if you miss it, it don't count? Isn't that a thing? I don't know. I mean, I haven't played pool. I guess if you're playing for money and you're that skilled, calling the shots would be a thing. Oh, this chocolate milk seems to be getting stronger and stronger as I go along. We're literally like 6 inches away. Probably going to miss it. Problem is, the ball's touching already. I don't know if that's possible. Almost be better hitting that 4 ball over there. We're going to try it. Oh, I knew I was going to miss that. I've never made those close shots like that. I'll tell you what. I don't know if that's from the tarp. They had a cat. No, it might be some type of cotton or something. A little bit of fuzz. All right. Stripes. Hey, is it legal to hit a solid ball to hit your stripe ball? Or is that like not a thing? Because I could hit that 11 ball down there, but I'd have to hit that yellow ball first. I got to brush up on my pool. We're going to go 4 ball in the corner pocket. Oh. Yeah, I'm probably too drunk to play this stuff, man. Plus, I need someone over here playing. I had Steve over here the other day. Or I guess my wife said I should call him Steve 2.0. Copper ball in the scrapyard pocket. Living off scraps. Hey, man, thanks for stopping by, dude. I appreciate it. I love hearing someone care. I care about saying he feels blessed. I've said that a lot, and it's great hearing someone else say it. Yeah, man. Thanks, Joseph. Hey, man, I really appreciate. I'm pretty sure that was you. I didn't even know. I don't know if you let me know or what, but I seen the PayPal, man. I appreciate that, dude. No, that's a foul. You got to hit your own ball first. Oh, you can use your own ball if you call it. Okay. All right. I at least want to sink a couple more before. I don't know if I'm gonna sink a ball, but I at least want to try to sink a couple more. Where are we at? Did I drop the cue ball? No. All right. We're back on solids. We're gonna try that green ball again in the corner. Now I'll probably be hitting these balls way too hard. Yeah. I feel like I just need to smash these balls and get them moving around a little bit. Probably what I'm going to do. I might be able to get one of them balls in the corner. That's tight right here. Look at that. You know what's interesting? About a half inch. That's a little more. I actually think that other cue is a little longer. But the guy did have this position where you can get all the way around it. Not much over here though. Oh yeah. I'm already on my way to becoming a pool shark. Always hitting them balls too hard. Oh yeah. I'm gonna try it. Is that solid? I'm gonna hit my own ball. Try to hit that 3 ball. Oh, I almost got 2. Man, I kind of like this. I should have uncovered this a couple weeks ago. Be the 3rd time trying to hit that green ball. Oh, so close, man. Nope. Okay. That might be it. I'm going to try one more. Hold on. That green ball again in the corner pocket. Try not to drop the 8 ball. Oh, so close. Okay. You know what it is? It's got to be the tip. I know I ain't that bad. No, I'm just kidding. I'm that bad. All right. I'm going to chill out for a little bit. I'm going to finish my drink with you guys. See if I can't bring this thing down. Last time I played with this thing, I almost dropped my computer. Whoa. That's a little better. Okay, so takeaway from tonight, I am not a pool player. And I don't drink that much. Well, guys, I don't think I've ever had a drink on camera. Maybe a sip with my wife. I'm running the table now. Yeah. Yeah. Is that porch screen in? I can't tell. Oh yeah. Dude, I wouldn't be out here. I wouldn't be sitting outside if it wasn't screened. As a matter of fact, it's probably hard to tell, but yeah, you can't see it. But flying around that light is a bunch of little gnats. They're not over here bothering me. But if I was out front on my front porch, dude, not only like gnats, mosquitoes, there's just bugs I've never seen. Like every time I'm out here, I think I've seen like a blue bug or a green bug today. It's just stuff I've never seen, man. And there's lots of them. Like literally, we have to pressure clean the front of the house and the porch. I mean, we probably should do it once a month because the bugs they're everywhere, man. And then we have these really cool frogs. I don't know what you call them, like tree frogs or something like that. They're always by our doors or the windows and stuff like that because there's just an abundance of bugs for them to get on. But yeah, I mean, there's a certain time at night, like a couple minutes right at dusk. I don't know what it is because the same thing would happen at my shop. And you know what? It almost was worse at my shop. When it would get dark, there would be a good hour where the mosquitoes came out vicious, man. I mean, they came out like I don't even know, man. And then right before the sun would come, like they'd go away. I don't know what they were doing, but right before the sun would come up, because there was a lot of times I'd pull some all nighters over there. Me and Steve, we'd be stripping wire all night long until the early morning, and then we'd be out there loading this stuff up. 4 or 5 in the morning, like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Holy crap, man! Here they come again. But they would only come out for a little bit and then they'd be gone. So it's like, I don't know. They wake up, they go out, they attack you, then they go back to sleep. It's crazy. And same thing out here. Bugs is why I left Florida in 1979. Dag, dude. One flew by the camera a minute ago, real close. Yeah, there was a couple little gnats on my computer. And I mean, for the most part, I should probably close that door, man. Yeah, for the most part, the bugs that are out here are totally manageable. I can chill out here. If I had a little bug zapper out here, it'd probably help. Those are cool. I like the old school ones, man. The ones where you hear them like, zzz, zzz, the one with the blue light. My wife's got one out front. It's battery operated. It just ain't the same. I'm gonna get one of them big boy ones. They'd be working full time, man. It'd be like a constant zap the way things are. Tree frogs. Yeah, I slung one out that pipe yesterday. Yeah, I can't believe that dude was up in the pipe. Like, how did he even know water was out there? It's crazy. Um, it's funny. I wonder if animals can like smell water. Like, how do they know? You know, like I guess these guys they seen the trough. They know what the trough looks like, but like I get they would search out and find the water if they smell it or like how that always fascinates me, stuff like that. Like um wow, I see a big talking about bugs, man. I just see a big like palmetto bug now. I want to get up and kill him, but I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my drink and just watch him. As long as he stays over there and leaves me alone, he's all right. Hmm. That's another thing, man. Those palmetto bugs, dude, they no matter where you are, dude, those things are just huge. Yeah, the palmetto bugs in Florida are giant, dude. Dusk and dawn is feeding times for mosquitoes. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. Um, all I know is they come out. The little frog was hiding from the predators. So I feel bad that I took him out of his little hiding spot. I like the frogs because I know they eat bugs, man. It's the same thing with the spiders. As long as they're not in an area where I'm going to walk into them with my face, which I haven't done yet. I know it's going to happen because I used to do it as a kid all the time. Um, like as a kid, yeah, I used to ride bicycles or even like dirt bikes, and we had trails and what. Man, you'd be going down a trail. Man, if you weren't paying attention, you'd run smack into a spider web, man. That is one of the creepiest feelings. And like I was telling Dakota earlier today, one of the creepiest things that ever happened to me with a spider or a bug is I got up real early in the morning to go to the bathroom one time when I was a kid, and I was walking out of my room, and like we had carpet, and then there was like I could barely see, my eye half asleep, and I seen like just something round, not big on the carpet, and I didn't think nothing of it until I took my next step, and it moved, right under my foot, and I stepped on it, and I felt its little legs like wiggling as I stepped on it and crushed it. You want to talk about some creepy feeling stuff, man? Oh my god. It would be funny as heck if you turned the water on and the frog had pipe plunged up and you went to tapping the pipes and the frog got stuck to your face. Oh yeah, that would have sucked. What were you and Dakota looking at in the carport in today's video? It looked like you guys found some animal or an insect or something at the shooting target car parts. Oh, we were probably looking at bullets, man. Dude, I recovered a whole bunch of them bullets. They were like rattling around in the car. Dakota found a bunch of them. I found a bunch of brass, and he found a bunch of the actual bullets. Some were mangled, some were just pieces of the copper, some were pieces of the lead, some were the whole things a little deformed. It was actually pretty cool finding it. Now, eventually, we plan on having a proper shooting range. Hopefully, I got to talk to my buddy tomorrow that's coming over. I got an electrician buddy come over look at some electric. He actually had a mini Traco, a decent sized one, at his house, and he said if we needed to use it, we could. So I'm thinking, I bring that thing out here and we dig another pond out in the back somewhere, and we use the dirt as a backstop. But I also want to make a bullet catcher. We'll just where our targets are going to be, we'll put a very steep angled steel plate, so that we can catch a lot of the lead and stuff, and we'll do something with it. We'll melt it down. Eventually, I'll collect a bunch of it and melt it down. That'd be pretty cool. But what were we looking at? Oh, that. Also, what we were looking at is today we seen 3 big old spiders, 2 of them with sacks, and he was all about like he don't like spiders. He actually said that he's got a salt gun. I was really interested in that. He says he's got a pistol version. I want to get a rifle version, and we're gonna go spider hunting. Because I'm gonna go to war with them spiders in that shop. I'm gonna get rid of them. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm really interested in an assault gun. I didn't know that was a thing. Clewiston, there were giant flying roaches with pinchers. Really? So in Clewiston, there's a lot of farm. They do a lot of cane, sugar cane fields out in Clewiston. And I can just imagine the amount of bugs out there, man. Holy crap. Gator fleas are bigger than palmetto bugs. I used to see them, fleas on gators going across Alligator Alley. Really? Yeah, we seen a couple. Oh, another thing we did today. He was like, we saw a big spider. He goes, should we get the map gas? Like he was like, I'm like, as a pyro, I'm like, dude, that's like the greatest idea ever. Yeah, let's burn these suckers. Because he was like, he mentioned something about if the spider knows it's dying, it'll rip its baby sac open and release those eggs. Which I think that one spider that I found in one of my boxes, I think it did that because it got crushed. I don't think I crushed the sac because I could see the whole thing. But when the spider got halfway crushed, like half its legs were crushed, next thing I know, all the little baby spiders came out. And yeah, it was crazy, man. I hosed them down with some WD 40. No seams or worse. Yeah, they suck. Hang a steel plate. Yeah, I'm going to use a big steel plate, but I'm going to mount it on an angle so it deflects everything down and don't come back at us. I got to figure out how I want to do the range because I want to use the same backstop, but I also want to have two setups. One long range, like almost from one side of the property to the other, so I can use a scope and dial in for some long range stuff. And then obviously I want like the pistol up closer to the mount. So I might have to do it like we build a small one here and then way back kind of and the small one will be offset from the straight line. So it'll be kind of at a slight angle pointing to it. Just enough room to, if we want to use the back long range thing, send some long range bullets down range. I mean, we're gonna have fun. My buddy that was here, Steve, helping me with the shelves. He's really into hardware. It's funny on live streams. You can't. I mean, I got my hardware right there, but unfortunately, I can't show you guys because last time they took my whole stream down. Um, Frank, you're Dak, dude, you're in a hotel room still. I think you mentioned that before. Oh, you've been there for 2 months. Well, have a good night, dude. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate all the support and you helping out and whatnot. Um, Good luck on moving, man. I hope you get settled in soon, dude. That was kind of a rough situation you had there. Hope everything works out soon for you. Well, what time is it, man? It's like 10:28. Heck yeah, backyard shooting range. Yeah. Hey, when I was a kid up in New Jersey, we had a shooting range in the backyard. We had a big hill, and I think my stepfather or my father had just two 4x4s in the ground with a piece of plywood we put targets on, and we had like an old office desk. We put the stuff out on and shoot out. So I always, I grew up around shooting guns and whatnot. Um, The animals are not going to like that. Well, the good thing is I got a front pasture and a back pasture. And then the back pasture goes back, and then there's a bunch of woods. And then all the way in the back is where I want to make the range. So what I could do is just drive them up into the front pasture, and they'll be maybe they won't like it too much, but at least they won't be right next to where the action is, And then I was actually thinking of making like a shooting hut, you know? And if I make a hut and like I know it's not going to quiet it all the way down, but I mean we could do some type of sound deadening in there on the sides. And on the roof or whatever, and if it's we're going sideways, maybe it won't just be like a loud percussion going out this way. I don't know. Excuse me. We're gonna have to think about it, but either way, they're gonna have to get used to it. Should check with some environmental people. There's people with shooting ranges that is getting paid to have dirt mounds sit on their property for years so that the dirt can get clean. Really? Skirt all day? That's a funny name. Man, sometimes the YouTube names, people have the funniest names, man. And also, it's out of my control. I was out here one Sunday and the neighbors were just lighting them off, man. I mean, there's nothing I can do. Um, and I mean, obviously you can hear it, but it didn't seem that loud. And I was looking at Murmur and Rusty over here. It didn't bother them. I mean, they must be used to it or something. But it wasn't on the property. And I don't know. I was up there shooting I shot my 45 and 9mm a couple times. I didn't know where they were, but I wasn't close to them, and the shop and the house was in between. So I don't know. I'll have to. You know what? I'm gonna keep that in mind next time I'm gonna do something like that. Maybe what I'm gonna do is have my wife dump a couple clips somewhere, and I'll go see if they even pay attention to it. But yeah, I want to make sure the animals aren't stressed out for sure. You wanted to ask where my pistol was, but didn't because YouTube. Yeah, that was a shocker for me. And you know what? If I think I would have done what I always do, which is just kind of present it, show you what I'm working with that day, what type of hardware we got, I think it would have been all right. But the fact that I was looking for a manufacturer origin, like the country, and I disassembled it right there on the live stream, that was a big no-no. So, moving sucks. Yeah, moving does suck, man. And you never know how much crap you have until you move. I had so much crap. I couldn't believe I got that much crap in that little shop. It's about that time. Your eyes are looking heavy. Yeah, I'm a little buzzed, man. I got this chocolate milk. All the chocolate sprinkles are in the bottom. It's delicious. Put up a complaint box for the animals. Yeah, I got concrete early in the morning. I got homeboy coming back at 8. I'm probably going to get out there at like 7 and get the materials over there, get everything sorted, get the mixer over there, bring power over there, clean all the tools. They ain't been used in a while. I got one of them stones for scrubbing down the trowels, the Fresno, and stuff like that. Some of that hill is still there. I used some dirt to fill in the horse paddock. You took down the shooting hill? Wow. Hopefully your forms are already up. No, unfortunately, I was hoping to get that today, but I was trying to knock out some scrapping and get a trailer load loaded. And then we were going to move on to finishing the shelves so that I can move the stuff that's under the carport into the building. But we just had rain and rain and rain. So I wind up doing a little bit of scrapping, not as much as I wanted. Then moving in onto some shelves. Then I couldn't find some parts. And then I actually cut off today before the sun was still up. And I cut off, which hasn't happened like since I've been here. But I'll knock them forms out early in the morning. We should be mixing, no later than 9. I think we got rain supposed to be coming at like 1. So I've got some big tarps. I'm going to prop up some things and make a tarp over it so it doesn't get ruined. So I can't remember how they did it, but there's a range here in North Carolina that's set up that way. What do you mean, like walls on the side? Like if you put walls on the side and put like thick carpet in, or they actually sell this acoustic mat stuff. Whoa, computer's sliding away from me. They sell this acoustic mat stuff that absorbs sound pretty good. I mean, I'll look into it when it gets time. I mean, that's kind of down the road on projects. I'm definitely going to be putting money into the cattle pens, finishing all the stuff over here, and building my shop before I go ahead and build a range. For now, I'll just walk back there and shoot down into the dirt, or bring a little fold out table. And all the shooting that I've been doing, I'm always shooting down into the dirt and shooting in a direction where on one side of the property there's a canal and there's a hill, so it's almost like a shooting hill, but the bullets are going right down into the dirt, like literally right after the target. So I'm being safe at where my stuff is going. It looks like you have at least $1 million worth of equipment. I wish. I mean, if all that stuff was brand new and you had to buy everything I have brand new, you're talking a lot of money. I mean, and thank God, most of the stuff I got through amazing deals. Some of the stuff was just literally given to me, or I bartered for it. I love bartering, man. It's like one of my favorite things. Like I'll barter all day long. And just scrapping, man. Like my favorite thing is to get cool scrap, like something really cool. Like, wow, I've always wanted one of those, and it just came my way. Literally everything in that garage I got at some crazy low discount. I don't think I paid full price for many of my tools. Like, I mean, there's a lot of the stuff like the hand tools or stuff I bought at like Harbor Freight. But like some of the big equipment that I got, I literally either made it or I got it super cheap. Like my main wire stripper, the one with the Hurst shifter on it, I paid $250 for it. I mean, that's I don't even know what they go for. I've seen them anywhere from like 1,500 to 3,000, sometimes more depending on what you got. The one on the side, I called the company. That Strip Tech 1000, that's literally $3,000. It's insane. It's not even as nice as the other one, and it's like more expensive, but it's 100% made in America. I don't know. When's the granulator going to make a comeback? I really need to get on that. You know what? I just got, I need a shaft for the other one, or I need to repair that shaft. I don't know what to do with it. But the problem is those blades, it's got 7 blades. They're rocking back and forth and shattering, it's just going to tear itself apart if I put it back together. You'll have to set up the time lapse when you start pouring. Yeah. Oh, I'll be videoing it, man. We're going to video. I'll get on it, and then I'll have 2 cameras going. I'll probably time lapse the entire thing, but I'll come in with the other camera. I run 2 GoPros, if y'all know. One's strictly time lapse with the wide angle lens, which I damaged my wide angle. My wife ordered me a new one, just came in. Then today, I run my main camera that I speak with. I have a media mod because it has a better camera. 2 days, 2 outros in a row, it didn't record the audio. And then today I broke the stupid latch. Stupid things made out of plastic, cheap plastic. And I looked inside. Of course, it's made in China. let's see. It was just a bunch of dirt in the U shape, so the dirt all the way around, probably like 10 to 20 feet high. Yeah, well, I'm hoping we get like a 20-foot high hill would be optimal. Um, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get it that high. Maybe depending on how big of a pond we get. If you mix the concrete thick, it'll dry fast and the rain won't hurt it. I hope so. Had Dakota ever heard of you before? I'm sure he's subbed by now. If not, no, he didn't know I was. I mean, I told him I was on YouTube and gave him a channel name. I don't think he knew. I mean, Merchant Metals. Good night, dude. Thanks for stopping by, man. That was a nice pile of wire that you got there. You know, anyone ever tell me, man, what would you get for that wire? Was it all communication cable? What was I getting for communication cable when I was selling that? Wasn't it like $1.40 a pound or $1.50 a pound for that Cat 5 stuff? I don't know. If the granulator is set up like a car motor, you could throw some rod bearings, bushings in it to help with the chatter. Well, what happened was the idiot that I got it from sharpened the blades wrong. The way that one was designed, the blades were like this, and they go like that. You're supposed to sharpen them from the inside. I actually called the manufacturer. They sent me a PDF on that machine. And me, just by looking at it, I'm like, oh, you can't sharpen them from the outside. They have to be sharpened from the inside. It makes sense the way it was designed. PDF shows that. It says, do not sharpen from the outside. The guy I got it from, after I told him not to do it, he took all them blades off, 7 blades, and they're like $600 or $700 a piece, right? He took them all off, like welded them together straight, and just ran a grinder down the outside. Hand grind it, right? So you're with a hand grinder, you're not going to get a machine. Like if you put the grinder on a machine where it only could go back and forth, you know, like a surface grinder, you get a good finish. Him? No, of course not. You can't tell this guy anyway. Call him Big Show. He knows everything. You couldn't tell him nothing. So anyway, the blades, they're not all the same depth. So as they're coming around like this and there's a knife, what you have to do is take a feeler gauge and go along and then find the blade that's closest to it and set them all off of that. So there was different gaps all the way through. And then there's like, they're staggered, but there's 3 rows. So you had to, it was just a pain in the butt. And it never really, it would let bigger grain. It wasn't right. And also, I think part of the problem was it was a plastic granulator. It was made for cutting plastic from injection molding tabs that break off or whatever. They would regrind it and remelt it. So it really wasn't made for copper. The copper is just rough and hard. And also, what I found with that particular machine, if I pre-chopped it up in the 1/2-inch pieces, I could feed it in there fast, and it liked that. What it didn't like is me throwing a bird nest in there and doing that. Also, another thing that I think ruined that, when I first got it, it had a 36 or 3700 RPM motor on it. And I let someone operate it. They jammed it up after I told them not to throw a bunch of bird nests in it. They jammed it. And like didn't even tell me, you know, it stopped working. The motor was sitting there just like the contact switch didn't disconnect or they didn't shut it off. I don't know. An hour later, I start smelling burnt motor in my shop. Bad, man. Really bad. I'm like, what the heck? And then I ran over there and realized that thing was humming. I shut it off, but it was too late. It was cooked. Fried all the coils in there. I didn't realize it was 3,700 RPM. I went and bought another one that was only 1,700. So in all those videos that you've seen me running it, it was spinning like half speed. And I don't know why. I should have went and got the right motor. I think if it was spinning faster, it would have worked better. But I didn't even run it that long. Like it was already showing problems. So I do have a 3,700 RPM 5-horse motor to put on there. I was actually thinking about just putting it back together and welding them things on there. Here's what needs to happen with that, okay? Because the blades themselves kind of wallowed out a little bit. They slide on the shaft. They got wallowed out, and the shaft, you could see there's grooves where each blade was sitting. Every one of those things need to be mic'd or measured. The biggest diameter needs to be cut straight, and all the rest of them need to be cut to that big diameter. Okay, so they're all the same. The shaft needs to be like scuffed, ground, maybe roughed up with a lathe or something, and then welded all the way down. And I don't even know if that's even would work, because welding it might warp it. You know what I'm saying? But I guess if you put it back in a lathe, as long as where the bearing parts are, I don't know. It's just a tricky situation. It would have to be welded up, build back up the material, and then cut down to whatever size within a couple thou tolerance, so that you can probably get them on. The best thing would be to do is put that shaft in a freezer overnight, let it freeze, and have like a really tight tolerance, and heat them blades up, and then put it together like that and let it shrink on there. Because I'll show you one day, we're going through all the stuff in the shop. I'll show you the keyways. There's 2 keyways, one on each side of the shaft. The keyways were pushed over. Everything was taking a beating, them rocking back like that. Anyway, yeah, he ruined the blades. Wasn't Roe, was it? Roe? Who's that? Romatic? Man, whatever happened to that dude? He was all over YouTube and Facebook, and I don't know what happened to him. I mean, I heard some stories, but what's up, Jeremy? Good evening, Derek. Happy birthday. And you coming in on the back end of the stream, dude. I'm about to cut out. Let's see, any more questions here? I feel bad, like I'm yapping along and I don't get to see everybody's comment, but thank you, Tom, for the happy birthday. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's getting late. I got to go hang out with my wife for a little bit, and I got to wrap this pool table back up. The moisture will come through here in the morning and probably just ruin that nice felt. I was actually surprised. What do you guys think about this pool table, man? I was actually surprised how nice that felt is. Obviously, it's probably not the original. But I mean, eventually I would like to do something with that. Those things look like they can pull off, and probably put some type of veneer or something in there. I don't know. Or I just leave it and run it. I mean, I'm not really like a pool fanatic. Oh, you know what? Check this out. in that pocket, there's some of that felt that I pulled out. I'll figure out what all that stuff is, but hopefully one day I'll get someone out here and we can have a proper game. I mean, I was never really like a pool person, or really, I mean, I used to go to a pool hall every now and then, or if I was at a bar. One of my exes used to manage like a band, and we used to go around. I'd play pool and whatnot, but I don't know. It's just nice that it was here. It's crazy looking at the pictures online of this place. Like before we came out here, my wife was showing me it. I thought it was a jacuzzi. I was like, oh, the place comes with a jacuzzi. That's cool. And then when I got here, I'm looking at it and I'm like, this doesn't look like a jacuzzi. And literally, I only pulled this side up. This is the first time I've ever seen this whole thing like this. And like I said, it wasn't until 2 days ago that I didn't, the whole reason I never pulled it up, I didn't think it had sticks. So pretty cool that they have sticks. It was nice of them to leave this here with all the stuff and everything I need to have a cool game. Had to get a couple more sticks, have other people out here. I don't know who we're going to have people, out here, because we're pretty private, and we got to be careful about putting our location out there, just friends and whatnot, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm rambling, and kind of buzzed from my chocolate milk. I'm glad you guys hung out with me for a little bit. I do got to get up early in the morning, pour some concrete, and we got a lot of work to do tomorrow. I'm gonna try to pour some concrete, do some scrapping, and move a lot of that stuff out of the carport into the shelves that I put up today. The original felt was probably red. Yeah. Just be happy with it. Don't have to turn everything into a project. Well, hey man, it's the name of the channel, dude. Everything's a project. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be happy with this. I got no desire to do anything with it. What happened to your team from the workshop? You mean Oliver and Steve? They're like 2 hours away from me, dude. I've told them both they're more than welcome to come out here and work, but I mean, to drive 2 hours and work, and it's just not it's not that easy. You'll play a game or two. I'll bring my pool stick. We'll bring it on, Mom. Let's go. I'd like for you to come down here and see the horse and the bulls and everything. Hope you had a great birthday. Have a good night. Yeah, good night, y'all. Shannon, Tom, scrapping on the fly. Yeah, it's a half a day of driving to and from. People don't want to do that, man. They'll probably come out here, hang out for a weekend or something like that. But like, I had Oliver out here one day when we were moving. I mean, he didn't even come out here. We paid him to come out here to help us move our apartment. And, I asked him, I was like, hey, man, would you ever come out here? And he's like, man, that's a far drive, dude. Like, I don't think he wanted to drive, because he drove his car because he had something to do afterwards, and he had to cut off before we were finished offloading. But he was good enough to come out here and help me with some stuff. And yeah, I could tell he wasn't like, but I knew that going into it, which is why I knew I was going to have to find some local help. And I couldn't have found a closer, right person at the time. Someone that does concrete. They're local. They know the area. They used to live on this street. The dude said years ago he swam in this pool with the kids that used to live here. He was the same age as them, basically. Oh, which is crazy. In a video I think I found
names on the outside of the house in concrete. I found more names today inside the shop. The two kids, he's seen it with me. He actually saw it before me. He goes, "Oh," he read it and he goes, and I mean, probably shouldn't have said this. Unfortunately, one of the kids had like severe cerebral palsy or whatever it is, and passed not too short after his graduation. Anyway, it should be your birthday month. My 5-year anniversary is Friday the 10th. I got married in 2022. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. 10 years. That's a long. I don't think I've been a year yet, but we'll get there. You should have a trailer out there so you can stay for the weekend and help you. Yeah, eventually. I mean, I I appreciate all the comments and suggestions. And believe me, I'd like to like implement them all or at least try. But a lot of that stuff is cost money, a lot of money. And we got to recover some of that now. So yeah, but yeah, a camper, and then probably out here, probably find a good cheap one. But eventually, like maybe even having a good ranch hand, like if we get really busy with the cattle, which I hope is going to be a thing. I mean, my wife just said she bought some more cows today, coming Saturday. So yeah, we really got to hustle up. I really got to hustle up and get them bullpens going. And I think what we're going to do is probably we're going to break up that back paddock into like two or even probably two sections, just so that we can kind of, if we have to separate certain ones, whatever, we're going to be able to do that. Like right now we have two paddocks. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to, maybe I'll video it tomorrow, what it takes to separate Murmur from his little sweet girlfriend. Ha! He is not happy to be separated from her. Matter of fact, I just heard him. I guarantee, I'm going to get my flashlight and see. I guarantee he's standing right next to her. Y'all can't see this because it's dark, but the paddock is like right over here. Oh, there's Murmur. I see you, dude. And I can't see, I mean, not doing well going through this screen. But what's crazy is Murmur would never be, he would never be up here before this. Never. It's very interesting to see the change. I'm just going to look over here real quick. Okay. Yeah. They all like sleeping like right here. I kind of like that. They're staying real close to the house, which is nice because a predator comes or something like that and they start going off. I got a way of coming out my bedroom real quick with some heavy artillery to kind of save them. So anyway, love the land, looking for something like yours. Good luck. I hope you find it, man. You guys are from up north or something, right? Anyway, y'all have a good night. He be a good guard bull. Murmur. Oh, he's out there watching them dudes. He don't get away from them. And when I did separate them today, which is crazy, he did come over and start eating his feed, and then he didn't even finish it. He ran right over to the gate and like wanted to be back with that little female, like his little girl. Are you thinking of getting some herd dogs? I don't know about herd dogs, but I plan on getting some pit bulls, and not some backyard breeder
crossbred with some weird shit. Some true thoroughbred pit bulls. I've had them before, and it's a shame. I know a lot of people don't like them dogs. It really is how you raise them and what you do with them. They're working dogs, you know. I'm all about practicality when it comes to animals. Like my wife wants all the animals, right? And do I blame them? No. Murmur been out here for 20 years, probably by himself. Now he's got a whole herd of sweet little young cows, man. He's living the life. Maybe plant some fruit trees. Oh yeah, we plan on it, dude. We plan on being totally we're gonna get a greenhouse and fruits, vegetables, whatever we can plant. Like we plan on me and my wife are gonna sit down with like we're gonna map out the property on like a whiteboard and say this is what we want to do in this area, this area, this area, and it'll evolve over time. But yeah, what was I was saying something and I got off track there. I totally forgot what I was saying. I apologize for that. Pit bulls. Yeah, I had two. I had a male, a blue nose pit. He was all black, and a red female. I bred him like 3 times. I kept one of the puppies out of one of the litters. They were trained pretty much off leash. I trained them off leash, and when I had them, I lived in Deerfield on the beach. You know, a block from my house was the borderline of Boca Raton on the beach, all rich. Literally, Cher, you know, Sonny and Cher. Cher lived down the street from me. She had a mansion down there. You know, it was all these rich people with these foofy dogs and all this crap. And I had my big old pit bulls I would run on a skateboard. And I'd always bring them down to the beach, or I'd always bring them with me when I went to go out to dinner, and I'd eat at the restaurants where they had outdoor seating. I made sure that my dogs were ambassadors for the breed. My dogs made other dogs look bad. If another dog came around and they was pulling at the leash or barking, I just tell my dog, sit down. You know, my dog would sit down and just look at, you know, like look at me or look at the, like ignore the dog. You know, it didn't. If my dogs pulled on my leash, man, I set them straight. I didn't beat my dogs. They respected me. But I will say this. A lot of people didn't like how this guy did his training. But Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer, that dude's technique was no joke. Like, literally, you gotta tell that dog that you're a leader. Grab him by the neck, put his head on the ground, hold him down. The dog will fight you and fight you and fight you. Try to get up. But eventually something will happen, which blew my mind when it did happen. Eventually that dog will take a big breath and they're done. You've broken that dog. And it worked. I did that to all of my dogs. And I didn't beat them or hurt them when I did it. I just pinned them to the ground and I stood over them. I stood over them even without my hand. And if they ever did something I didn't like, I'd do that. And also I trained them in another way with a camera. I'd sit in another room. I put like a piece of steak or a piece of chicken, nice hot, so they smell it, on a plate in the middle of the room on the floor. And I tell my dog to leave it. You know, I had certain commands with my dogs. And, you know, I'd close the door and I'd leave like I was leaving, you know. And I'd watch them on a camera. As soon as they got close, like they was trying to get a sniff or a lick, I'd come bursting through the door and yell at them and tell them no. And after doing that a couple times, man, they thought I was always there, you know, and they listen. Border Collies and Great Pyrenees would work good. 3 more coming Saturday. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. And also, like, I mean, you get any type of dog as long as you train it well. But I like a dog that's
going to be a guard dog. And one thing most people don't understand about pit bulls is the way they were raised and what they were bred to do. Yeah, people used to fight them back in the day, but they were working dogs on the farm. And what a pit bull wants to do is please its master more than anything. It wants it. That's why, as messed up as this sounds, when dog people were fighting their dogs, the owner of that dog would always want to look that dog in the eye to make sure that dog was seeing him, so that that dog knew it was doing a good job for its master. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's kind of a messed up situation. But if you train your dog right and the dog thinks, oh, this guy wants me to do this, it's going to do that to its best of its ability. And that's a sad thing about pit bulls is when the wrong people get a hold of them and the dog thinks, oh, you want me to do this and you're going to be happy when I do this, that dog's going to be one of the most lethal animals. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be vicious. You got to work your dog, socialize your dog. And I mean, that's a whole thing. I'm going to get some dogs and I'll show you. We'll make videos on it, man. We're going to have proper dogs. I mean, I had my dogs. My ex had a bunch of dash hounds. She was terrified of my big pit bulls, that they were going to eat her dogs. And one day I showed her a picture of her 3 dogs and my 2 dogs at the time sitting next to each other outside, all off leash. And she was freaked out. But, you know, once she understood what was going on, it was cool. So anyway, y'all have a good night. I appreciate you guys coming by, hanging out with me on my birthday. It's a long stream. I got a lot to do. And what we got here? One more round to the sun, 12. Happy birthday. Even a lab can be dangerous with a bad owner. Oh, dude, you ain't kidding me, man. I had, matter of fact, the 2 times I was attacked by dogs walking my dogs, it was Labradors. People don't train their dogs, man. They just get dogs and put them in their yard or walk them. I always thought people should be screened, not only to have kids, but to own an animal. And on that note, man, I'm going to get out of here before I talk too much crap. So again, I appreciate you all coming. And, you know, I got a video coming up for y'all tomorrow, but I'll be pouring concrete. You'll probably see that in the next day or 2. And you'll see the progress, what's going on over here. We'll keep you informed. Apparently we got 3 heifers coming. So we're in the cattle business, man. I'm really excited about that. I really like that. I think it's one thing I wanted moving out here and having this much land is have this land work for us and make some money with it. And I think getting in the cattle business, because people need meat, man. People love them steaks. I love the barbecue, and I know a lot of you guys do too, man. So a lot of work goes on the training your dog. Yeah, I put a lot of time into my dogs, man. I used to take them with me cutting concrete. Matter of fact, they used to request me. They used to call me Paul Bunyan in my big blue pit, because I show up my big beard and my big blue pit bull and get out the truck and scare all the folks that were afraid of dogs. But the contractors love me because I get out there and get it done. And my dog would sit in the truck and watch me and protect my truck. But anyway, man, I'm going to wrap it up. Y'all have a good evening. God bless you all. Thank you for coming by. We will see you soon. Hopefully the next stream, I can't promise this, but hopefully the next stream will be down in the shop and we'll be scrapping something.